Coming up will be, I will be giving a really valuable tool that can reprogram your subconscious mind for absolute greatness every single morning, and it's really easy to do. It's changed my life, it's saved my life, it's given me the boost, the motivation, remove self-limiting beliefs, trauma, depression, suicide, you name it. Like, it's a proper self-talk tool you can do every single morning while you're in the theta brain range frequency. That will be coming up a little bit later on in the video. So anyway, enjoy. There's going to be a lot coming up in this video. I can feel it now. I can feel the emotions. I can just feel it. I could just feel, yeah, it's all going to come. Much love, peeps. Enjoy. Yeah. Yo, legends. So, why are our lives being shaken up? So I will go into this, and then towards the end, I'll give a quality tool on one thing that we can do every morning. Okay, so and it'll preordain us for greatness. It will remove self-limiting beliefs, all sorts of stuff. It's really, really good. It saved my life for at least 2.5 years since I've been doing it, maybe 2 years, something like that. So I'm actually so I got my hard copy of my book Just Imagine yesterday. So I sort of celebrated and had many beers, and I'm really feeling it today. But I'm just putting myself on camera because I've got a divine nudge to do this video today, and I want my video to come out every Monday. So I'm hoping it's not too late. But yeah, I just decided to do that, and I've written a couple of little keywords just on an A4 bit of paper to my left, which I normally freestyle stuff, but you'll notice I'm not going to be like glued to it. So yeah, why are our lives being shaken up? So I don't normally talk about COVID-19, but I'm going to say that the beauty in COVID-19 is that it's forced us all to go within. It's allowed the universe to come through and speak to us divinely. The whispers are coming into us. So like many labelled people, bipolar, ADHD, schizophrenia, many other things, even OCD. We're kind of labelled and somehow we're the social rejection, but it's going to be these ones, the labelled ones, and the ones with mental health problems and all that. We're the ones that's going to be like rising and teaching the world, because we're the real actors. So why? Right, let's just get straight into it. Hollywood is shutting down. Why is it shutting down? It's because we are going to be the movie stars. It's hard to focus on that on the lens, and because sometimes I want to make sure all that. So just if my eyes go a bit weird, don't worry about it. It's all good. So because we, like, mental health sufferers are the best actors ever known, ever known. Like, I can vouch for that. Like, I've acted my whole life. I mean inside right now, my heart's penetrating. I'm thinking, am I going to sweat? Which is something I've always done with anxiety. Some people would know that, many wouldn't. And so I'm like, I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I look hungover, my eyes look bad, I look tired, this and that, and it's just like carnage. But you just turn up, speak. We've all got it. I'm just checking the time, sorry. So Hollywood, and we're gonna be the actors. So there's gonna be no horror movies and all these movies that actually manifest misery. And some of the stuff going on underground due to movies is because collectively, like, why was Saw a big one of the best sellers ever known, like a blockbuster movie? And it's sick, man. It's absolutely sick. It's psychological. And what do you think's going on underground? It's manifesting that even more. I'm not going to talk about kids, but many of us know what's happening, and if we don't, we've heard. There's no excuse anymore. We're going to be the actors. We're going to have New World Awards. We're going to have the new, like, the Oscars. Many people with mental health problems put on that mask, so they're acting 24/7. They're not just turning up and getting paid loads of money with a script and cut this, cut that. We're not going to have to edit anything anymore, because the purity of us, and when we connect to ourselves, which we're getting, because our lives are being shaken up because we're having to go within. So the lockdowns, restrictions, not being able to fly and go away on holiday, and all that stuff. It's forcing us to go within. Like happiness always comes from within. Loving oneself is the key. You know, it's just preordained for amazement and our Mother Earth's healing. You know, there's been millions of turtles coming onto the shores. There's been birds in many unseen countries they've never seen before. You can hear the birds now. Rainbow lorikeets, they go mad for it, man, around sunset, which is about now. Yeah. So yeah, and even then, I just done this whole video, right? It was about 30 or 40 minutes or something, and it didn't even save. And I'm just like, oh well, it was good practice, you know. And many of us are starting to realise that we're learning more patience. We're learning compassion and empathy. We're seeing the beauty. Some of us are getting choked up and emotional, you know. Like when I talk about heaven on earth and what I wrote in Just Imagine spells it out a lot more. What's coming, like it cuts me up, man. And you know, and I'm going to start with okay. So yeah, the topics would be creativity, sport, insights from within, movies, music, divine connection. And yeah, and then they're like the key words I've got written down. So yeah, so we're being shaken up. Creativity. So heaven on earth is a place where we realise that all of our creative gifts, the things that we love to do, will be what we love to do. And what we do, we won't have to circulate paper and do a job that we don't love. Yes, if we do a job that we do love, then we can do that, because there's going to be communities coming together all over the world. We're going to reshape our world. You know, the paper of money will circulate temporarily, but only love will fluctuate permanently. And that is where we're going, and there's going to be trade one day. It's going to be beautiful. So creativity. So we're starting to realise, many of us all over the world, if COVID didn't happen, and yes, unfortunately there's been casualties, there's been sacrifices. Many souls many years ago signed up to be the sacrifice so that heaven on earth can hit the world. It was never goodbye forever. They will be back, and our souls are eternal, and we are just in physical bodies. When we realise how weakened we are, we will know how superhuman we actually are. You know, you think X-Men was just a movie based on fantasy. We are the fantasy that's going to be stepping up soon. Alright? So creativity. So many of us are hearing the whisper, we're getting the tingles, we're getting the resonation coming through us. Sometimes when I speak or I say something, you'll feel something, you'll get a tingle, you'll be like, oh my god, that's right. Oh yeah, I thought of this. Oh yeah. You know, so we're getting more creative ideas. More of us are making things, more of us are having time for ourselves. And when we do things like that, when we do creative gifts, I can vouch for this in writing. When I write, I cry, I release trauma, I feel what's to come, my whole cabin comes alive. Like I can barely explain it. The synchronicity is unbelievable. Like all of my chapters are divine words. Like I think my first chapter was 1,111 words, and I'm like, oh yeah, that chapter's done. How many? And I just check the word count, and I'm like, oh my god. And yeah, that's just the start. So this is what happens. And like, you know, when we're doing things like long distance driving, washing up, showers on the toilet, you know, all these things where we're just with ourselves, we're getting these insights coming in. The whisper of God, the whisper from above, which is actually us, because we are all God, but we're connecting to the highest source, which is showing us who we actually are through creativity. And if COVID didn't happen, would we connect with so many light workers across the world? Would we even know someone? How much have we changed in a year and a half? Like how much more compassion have we got? How much empathy have we got? How much more kindness have we got? How much more do we want world peace? How much more do we want love, unity, harmony, compassion? Everything. How passionate are we about what we desire in a world we admire? You know, like this just comes out of me. And so many of us are changed, and we like, you know, we're so mature. Yeah, there's people that are fast asleep and everything, and at the end of the day, everyone's got the free will, the choice of free will. I can't force anyone to do anything, say or anything like that, you know. So yeah, some of us are realising that we're like a hidden author. We're realising, oh, hang on, that idea was like a genius, like wow. And then you put that out, and we're all going to get into a place where all of our creative gifts, it's going to be like a beautiful domino effect, like something I can do, you know, just while money circulates. So, you know, I'm going to do personalised meditation soon. I'm really going to tap into someone personally. They'll just leave me a voice clip for 1 to 3 minutes, say, look, I really want this, I'm struggling with this, that, you know, motivation of, you know, people with cancer, I can do visualisation, because visualisation can cure many diseases, cancer, all sorts of stuff, and I can really tap in and go right in. Motivation, releasing trauma, whatever it is you want to pick up or wake up, anything like that, I'll be able to do that soon, and that's just what I can do. That's the gift that I've been given. But many of us can do this as well, and many of us are realising that we're like a hidden author, we're an amazing singer, that we want to get music out. Heaven on earth, we're all going to be the singers, we're all going to be the dancers, we're going to, people with mental health are going to have the real stories. All of these war veterans that have got these beautiful stories, is these older people, which, the generations, they're addicted to smartphones, and this is all going to change, but beautifully. And the smartphone, everything's going to turn around divinely. So the smartphone in your hand is going to be the ultimate tool for us to expand. And and the beautiful thing, so making things art, innovation, poetry, singing, the technical wizards are going to be there to recreate and make, have us. We'll be the documentaries, we'll be mainstream media. The key to this, or big key, is when we own mainstream media, that's it. Whatever happens in the world will be amazing, because we'll be as one, and we will be in charge of the TV. So everyone will see that when the Rainbow Tribe come together and they do worldwide dances, and the mental health, the dark energy of mental health, sorry, I'm flicking, and the dark energy of mental health gets lifted off. We're gonna feel it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna make our own movies. We're gonna make them so they're subliminal majesty, not manifesting misery. We're gonna articulate the orchestration of heaven on earth, and the movies. This is an epic movie in itself. I mean, the ending's beautiful. Everything. So always remember, there is so much more positivity in anything that's perceived as negative, because what we perceive as negative is just manifesting into negativity, and there's so much negativity on the planet. But that's changed a lot. How much have we changed in the last year? It's unbelievable. Just think about that. So yeah, that was a bit about creativity. There's obviously a lot more, whatever you've got, you might want to, suddenly you just really love music. You get messages through the music. So much messages are coming to us through music. You know what I'm talking about. You know it. And you're listening to music more. You're loving it more. Some of you might suddenly be doing meditation. You're getting into a bit of how Buddha taught, how Jesus taught, oneness, unity. And you're like, whoa, why don't we do this? Why don't we rebuild our world? We are the saviours. We're the ones that are going to step up. We're the ones. There's no Jesus is going to come and save us. We are Jesus. I'm Jesus. You're Jesus. He was one divine, physical divine being that come down to show us who we are, which is a oneness of God within ourselves. We're golden consciousness. We're Christ consciousness. Oh man, that felt so emotional. It really gets. There's so much spiritual energy comes through me, as you can probably see. So yeah, that's a bit about creativity. There's loads more. All the podcasts are preordaining, because we're all going to be, the podcasts are going to be going forward. YouTubers are coming forward. There's a whole new era of people. Tribe of the Rainbow, the Healers of the Rainbow. We're all coming through. We're all the Tribe of the Rainbow. There's just going to be 144,000 that really sparked everything into a flaming fire of radiant beauty. It's all coming, and and 144,000 is also divine in the way that it links to astronomy, it links to our chakras, it links to our aura, it links to our body, all sorts of stuff. It's not just physical people. There's so much more to it. We're all right. There's no wrong answer. We are all right. There's always a right in every wrong. So thinking that there's one answer to everything is kind of what the dark wanted to do to us, and we kind of fell for it, truth be told. So yeah, what's the next thing? Sport, amateur World Cups, amateur Olympics, and basically, so I'm going to try not to cry with this because it means so much to me. Orphanages, homeless places, people struggling, suffering, people in mental institutes, all of those people that have been silenced, especially children. The kids that are so talented and they wear their favourite, like Real Madrid or Barcelona, and they've got their idols, man, like Messi, Ronaldo, whoever it is, and they've always wanted to see them play in a stadium. These are the kids that are going to be filling the stadiums, the kids and the homeless and all the people that have actually got gifts. This is why the stadiums are empty. Everything's preordaining for this. This is why Hollywood are getting shut down, because we're going to be the new actors soon. Mainstream media is being unearthed. We're realising that it's all a load of crap. We're going to be behind the cameras soon. the stadiums have been empty for a while, so that we miss sport and we miss the passion. And then when we see kids, oh man, I've been to so many orphanages, right? And the smiles in orphanages are brighter smiles than I'll see from anyone driving a Ferrari, put it that way. And these kids have got nothing, but they're so happy. They still are so grateful. Imagine them smiles in a stadium when they're watching their favourite football player. This is where we're going. This is why the stadiums are being empty for a long time. Yes, there's been sacrifices, and I'm sorry if anything's affected anybody with COVID-19. It was never goodbye forever. It was never goodbye forever, and we've all been affected. You know, I'm not going to go on about me. It's not about me. It's about us. And yeah, so the empty stadiums and even with on sport. So with football, like all the teams and my boys, Leeds United. You know, they all just. There was a big super cup or something, and they said no to money because they knew it was all about money. They said no. This is what's happening. They're going to realise, and people are going to realise, we can create our own World Cups. We can create our own Premier League. We can create our own Olympics. We can create our own whatever it is, like our own but amateur based. Yeah, let's start at amateur. Let the real people that get shut down in one way or another. The people, like some of the best footballers. Yeah, some get picked up by talents, but I mean, look at all the people that don't make it because it's such a big thing, and lots of different amateur World Cups. There could be women World Cups, all sorts. But the professionals will do their bit with the karma, and then they'll be the ones that train. And like before these World Cups, there'll be there could be big games like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United, all the top teams, and then the stadium gets filled with these kids, and then the amateurs are going to end up being the celebrities, and the professionals are going to teach them and train them properly. Some of the best footballers, managers in the world, they're turning away from money already. So and like I said, money will circulate, temporarily. Love fluctuates permanently, and so yeah, this is all what's coming, and don't forget, so I'm just saying, just imagine it coming, because it's going to come. Everything's articulating in this way, and all of you footballers that have never quite made it, all of the amazing talents that are in slums, and scouts don't go in slums because they probably don't. They might, I don't know, but all of those amazing talent, them kids that are just, I've seen it, man. I've seen it. Africa, Brazil. Indigenous communities, some of the best footballers I've seen, man. And no, I don't know of any scout that's seen some of the talents I've seen. And these are the ones that are going to shake this world up, man. What a karmic reversal of justice and all sorts of stuff, the smiles, the passion, there's so much more in just imagine. I really channel some epic stuff, yeah. So yeah, and the raw, unseen talent, the ones that were silenced and all that sort of stuff, just like the mental health for the best actors in the world, that are going to take to the screens, and create blockbuster movies that will manifest more heaven on earth, that will manifest supernatural abilities, manifest our 12-stranded DNA rather than 1 to 3 divine DNA that we're in the moment, strands, because they've been cut on purpose, maliciously. I'm not going to go into that. So yeah, that's a bit about the sport that's coming. So I can't remember what I said. I said something in just imagine, blah blah blah. But sports will bring us together, because it will. I mean, we all love sport. I've played. This isn't about me, but I've played football either amateur or I've played I think one time in Brazil, semi-pro, but I've just come as a sub. I'm an amateur basically. I'll admit that. But yeah, I've played in tournaments all over the world, maybe 10 or 11 countries or something. So I know what football does. It brings so many people together, and that's just football. There's so many other sports, and amateur-based, and amateur. Well, it's not really amateur, because we'll realise how good these people are, and the same with the acting, creating our own movies, and all these people that are starting to do podcasts. They're training for what's to come. They're training themselves to be professionals. And if COVID didn't happen, if we wasn't shaken up, we wouldn't have that time to go within, to realise our gifts, to do the podcast, to connect with the tribe of nations, the tribe of the rainbow, the healers of the rainbow, all these people. Would we have these connections? Would we have this spiritual mindset? Would we be thinking about unity, getting out in nature and all that sort of stuff? So that's a bit about sports, and that's going to come. And just imagine them stadiums full of these beaming smiles, watching their heroes and the stadium's packed, and the noise they make. And imagine that, you know, like if you're like, I don't know, say David Beckham, Ibrahimovic, Cristiano Ronaldo, whoever, and you're playing in front of all those kids from like favelas, from slums, from places they've lost their family, they're orphaned, they've barely had water, they're barely alive, you know, and all of a sudden they're just energized because they see it. They're going to be crying with happy tears. We're going to be crying with such a karmic reversal of art and beauty. It's going to be amazing. It's a bit about sport. I'm going to try not to make this video too long. I can go much further. So yeah, the other thing that has shaken us up is that we've been forced to go within, and that includes, so we've been getting insights. So yeah, like I've mentioned before, and yeah, when we're in the shower doing washing up, all that sort of stuff, you know, we're getting many more insights coming in, and we're tapping into that. We're realising that money is just an energy, worldwide peace is the way forward, and that many of our relationships, we're seeing the purity, because COVID has pushed us within, social distancing. You can think of it's negative, but imagine all of those hugs that you haven't had, all of those people you haven't seen, here or on the other side. It was never goodbye forever, either way. And you know, then there's going to be a time, it's like taking us away from everything. Like, you know, we're going to miss football, we're going to miss, you know, soccer, sports, you know, all that stuff. We're going to miss the music festivals, all of the stuff we miss the holidays. We're going to miss our family, we're missing friends, we can't travel to see certain people in different places. It's all preordained for it to be even more beautiful when we have ownership of our world, and it's run by love, peace and harmony and compassion. And we're just going to be so proud of each other, and it's going to be so beautiful that we just going to want to help each other, and we're going to love each other. There's going to be no jealousy, no rejection, no heartache, no shame, no guilt, no hatred, no anger, none of that. It's going to be so beautiful. I've got an itchy nose, sorry. And yeah, so and we're seeing sometimes we realise, because we've gone in and we're getting this, and divine is working through us, because collectively a lot of us have had times to ourselves. So normally in this programmed conditioned reality, we're pushed to be distracted. You know, we go to work 8 till 5, and there's going to be a day where many days, not the whole future, where we do whatever we want whenever we like, because this is our life, and it's not to be filled with negative strife. Like, you know, with a lot. Oh wow! Right, so my light just went off, and I'm going to carry on. I'll just make sure that's all good. So I'm just going to carry on anyway. Which is I'm going to just do it. I'm not going to get up and change it. So yeah, I'm not going to let my flow get out of the way. So yeah, so that's a little bit from the insights, and realising and seeing that you know, our husband, our wife, you know, that you know, we might have realised, oh, you know, I cheated on them that time ago, that's because I wasn't supposed to be with them, or oh my god, why did I do that, I love them so much. We're realising the truth in our relationships, the truth in I don't know why it's doing that, and the truth in all of it, and we're seeing the purities. Like, some of us are just like, oh my god, I love him, I love her so much, why didn't I see this, oh my god, he's done something that's so kind, and we're tapping into the kindness. So the 21st of October, 21st of December, it was a big shift, but it wasn't like impact, you know, but the love that we're seeing, we're helping other people more, and especially in relationships, we're missing people more, we're coming together slowly, even though it feels hard. It's not, it's all preordained for greatness. So yeah, and we're loving the small things, we're loving nature, we're getting more feeling more unconditional love with all beings, pets, people, family, and we're realizing that money is just energy, and that we don't need to worship paper the way that we do. I mean, let's face it, over 50% of the world, if you said to someone, right, you'll have $1 million, or we'll give you $1 million now if that stranger over there gets shot in the head. I'm sorry, but over 50% of humanity would take the money. It's sick. It really is. Not in a bad way that they're sick, you know, we're all programmed. We are all victims, but free will means that we somehow do allow it, unfortunately, but we are basically victims. I'll definitely say that. So yeah, there's so many insights coming in, and we're realising so much, and like I said, oh sorry, look at the camera. Yeah, and like I said, you know, some of us are realising so much more. And yeah, so with the movies, it's going to be New World Awards. Our tribes are coming together. We're all starting to realise that there's more to this. We know, we're like, there is more to this story. We feel something big is coming, and we get these insights, and we feel our tribe, our rainbow warrior coming out, our warrior. You know, some of us, you know, we're getting more aligned. We want to sort of like play music. We want to write. We want to dance. We want to sing. We want to speak. We want to help each other. We feel compassion at people that we didn't used to, and like, yeah, we've changed so much in the last year and a half. Just think about the mentality that we used to have. Like before, we'd have more hatred. We'd be like coming home from work and be annoyed and frustrated, and soon we're going to realise that we don't have to like get up from an alarm clock. You know, go to sleep and struggle with sleep and have sleep deprivation because we're worried about the next day, or work and anxiety, even though we don't speak about it. And I'll talk about my anxiety any day of the week. I get crushed every day. Like, I question my life every day, but I know I'm here for a reason, and that's what takes me over the line. Faith. Being free, having faith and playing music saved my life, and the tip I'm going to give at the end to save my life as well. So yeah, just the music and the messages, getting native, getting, you know, that thing with native, and that native connection, and yeah, like I've started learning playing the flute, and it was divine. It was sent to me by an absolute legend, and yeah, from America, and she's absolute angel. And yeah, so just remember, if COVID didn't happen, would we be able to go into heaven on earth? Put simply, no, because it needs to be done soon, because the dark have been trying to put us in hell on earth, which is kind of nearly there. But just remember the butterfly in the cocoon, you know, doesn't know where it's at, and then boom, just goes. Phoenix rises from the ashes, from the fire that it creates itself, because we are the flaming beauty. It's the same thing, and this is what's preordained to happen. So yeah, and divine connections, twin flames, soulmates, heavenly companions, that's all happening. Free spirits. We're starting to realise, oh, do we want to be held down in a relationship? Do we want to be married? Some of us are like, yeah, I want to be married. I love this person. I want kids. But we're thinking more clear now, because we've been, the whole world is healing, so our mother's healing, and as a collective, we're coming together more. That means we're getting more clarity-based divine messages, and many of us are realising our roles now. We're realising we've actually got a spiritual thing, spiritual soul contract that we signed many thousands of years ago, yeah. And we're just about to rise, and we're doing our things. And you know, for me, it's clearly YouTube, writing, and I've had a few podcast invites. I might be speaking in front of a church next week. My book's come in. People, I'm very, very surprised actually. I've surprised myself, because I doubt myself every day, all the time. But then I program myself every morning, and that helps me significantly. And it all sorts of stuff really. So yeah, so I suppose just remember that the whole, use your imagination. I don't want to spell it out at all. I'll spell it out a lot better in my book anyway. Just imagine, and just imagine the peace, the tranquility, the ecstasy, the euphoria, and being one nation. No boundaries, no borders, no separation, no distraction. Just the pureness of oneness, the elegance of love, the purity of peace, the eloquence of divine ecstasy. When we're all butterflies, we fly together, we help each other, we don't fall down. The butterfly never remembers what the cocoon was like, because they're too elated in euphoric joy and ecstasy. We've all got this. It's coming. We're all the whisper of God. Our future is limitless. We only see 2 to 3% of our reality, and that's changing. There's no such thing as death. We just go to a different realm. If we leave now, we'll have to come back and do it all again, and it'll be a lot more brutal. You'll go to the other side, you'll regret it so much. Don't leave. Remember, the worse you've suffered, the inner pain, the suppressed emotions, the self-guilt, the self-blame, the self-doubt, it's going to be booted out. And it's going to be reversed in such a beautiful way. All struggling, all those that haven't been heard will be heard. All those that have been silenced will never. It's just gonna be the absolute opposite. The worse your pain, the more the glory and the euphoria you're going to be. Your pain is somebody else's gain. Your richness that you, I don't know, the richness that you've always wanted, the purity and the quality you've always, yearned for in your heart and your spirit and your soul, them whispers that you get, them messages when you're just like, you feel the tears come through because you feel what love feels like. And love is it's just this heavenly glove that just captivates all parts of our divinity, of our purity. And just one nation, all of those people that hurt you, all them bullies, this karma coming, they're going to play their roles. They're going to realise part of their karma is us teaching them. And sometimes we might not want to, but we won't have blame, we won't have jealousy, we won't have all of that stuff, we won't have envy and hatred and anger. We'll just be like, you know what, we love you for who you are, for showing me how brutal life can be, the sadistic bullies, the people that try and shut you down, that pretty much cause suicide as well all over the world. Mental health is inflicted by other people as well. So I don't know why I just shut my eyes, but it's obviously calmed me down a lot, because sometimes my channeling can get a little bit, yeah man, they shot the sheriff, but they'll never shoot the deputy. We are the deputy. Oh man, suppressed emotions. So suppressed emotions lead to suicide and depression. Yeah, suppression leads to depression. I think I wrote that in my book. And we don't need to be suppressing anything anymore. There's no such thing as alpha male or alpha this and alpha that. Masculine and feminine energies are the way forward. I know that sooner or later I've let many tears go, suppressed for my whole life. I've never been able to cry. I used to when I was growing up. Sorry, I'd keep looking at the different, and I used to play sad music to try and make myself cry, and the thing is, now, like, tears, man. Clarity comes with tears. Years of depression get washed away with tears. There's going to be a day where the euphoria and the happiness of the whole world, there's going to be so much tears, there's going to be puddles of so much joy, so much elation, so much suppression is going to be let go. The karmic justice is real. Karma is much more than what we realise. Never think that there's negativity. Yes, there's been casualties. Yes, there's been frustration. Yes, there's been darkness plagued our world. There's been deception beyond belief. But it's all going to change soon. Just, I can't say much more because I've got, it means so much to me, Seeing all those poverty kids filling our stadiums, taking the hand of our homeless, the ones that many of us have turned a blind eye to, not giving money, Why can't we just go up to someone tomorrow, buy them a coffee, buy them something to eat, and do a little live video, let them speak. Homeless people, they've got stories, just like many elderly people, and the smartphone and these generations, that connection's being lost. I've worked in Indigenous communities for 4 years. I see the smartphone and I see the separation, and the elders were the purity of each community, the same as natives, and now look what's gone on. Somehow we've allowed it, but there's been deception. So just remember, we are the music festival, we are the actors, we are the leaders, we are the geniuses, we are the manifesting masters, we are the artistic wizards, we are the sports stars, we are the compassionate composer, we are the musicians, we are everything. We are everything, every single one of us. every piece of us is unity and oneness and abundance, and our kids are going to thank us so much, even though they're probably more elevated than what we are, but they just don't realise it. Crystal children, golden children, starseeds. Well, man, we're all here for this. Jesus, Buddha, John Lennon, all of the ascended masters, they're all here for this. They're here, they're with us. God is within us. Jesus is us. We've got this, man. The karma is going to be beautiful. The tears are going to be euphoric. The rainbow dances that happen all across the world are just going to, like, literally send darkness up into the source. Source is ready. The universe is ready for the greatest comeback of your life. It's got our back. Faith, be free, play music, trust, know it's coming. If there's anything else on this list, I haven't, as you can see, I don't really, it's not like I'm glued to it. But yeah, I think I've covered everything anyway. We are Hollywood. We are the tribe. We're coming. Oh yeah. And I nearly forgot. So yeah, what changed my life? To do this every morning. Get a voice recorder. Maybe do meditation. Get a voice recorder. Shut your eyes and just go for it. So I got awoken just over a year and a half ago, and I got told an exact meditation. It's got 6 stages. I won't say what it is because I'm manifesting going on TED Talks before or during 2022. The same as I'm manifesting that my book's going to sell over 7 million copies, and a lot of my money is going to go purely towards poverty, orphanages, struggling people. I don't care for money anymore, man. I've struggled myself for the last year and a half. Quit my job because I couldn't handle 5D and 3D and intertwining that, and I've struggled since. And I'm like, do you know what? I'm following my path, my truth. But one thing I'd done, and it saved my life, was I just started one morning. I was like, I shut my eyes and I started talking into my voice recording app, and so I included visualization. You could sit here, and I'll give you an example of what I'll do. So, for example, on the cuff, I'll just do it. Right, I've got a voice recorder. I press it. Okay, so I'm just going to imagine that there's a golden light of purity and love and ecstasy coming through me, pink, golden, rainbow coloured compassion, and that I'm protected by the universe, and I can feel it going all through me. And then just feel it. So I'll do it a real quick one. You can make this, obviously it could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. Right, so yeah, and just remember that I'm here for a reason. Everything that I've gone through, all of my suffering, all of my struggle, all of my pain, today is the start of every day of every moment of my life. I am motivated, I am passionate, I am a creative genius. I'm going to do whatever I like to help support everyone and me. I am the God of myself. I am limitless. I can do whatever I want. I've got the free will to do anything. I will combat my fears. I will get through. I will make my dreams happen. Affirmations. I'll whack some affirmations in there. I'll whack my affirmations in there, right? I'm going to talk on TED Talks by or during 2022. I'm going to be on a Joe Rogan podcast by or during 2022. I'm going to take my mum on a holiday and have one-to-one time with her, and I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to have millions of dollars, and it's going to be created through personal meditation, selling my book, and things that help bring the world together. I'm going to do so much charity work. I'm going to be the most creatively radiant, uniquely talented healer the world has ever seen. I'm going to heal over 3 million people, and the rest. That's a few manifestations for me, alright? We can all do much better than yeah. I do think a little bit high, you know. People might think, yeah, you're deluded, you're mad. Man, if you don't think and dream big, you don't get big. Simple as that. So yeah, and then what else? So yeah, and then ask as well. So you can ask for things, you pray, and you could say, like, as part of your manifestation. So you've got your eyes shut, you're carrying on, you've done the manifestations, and then you'd be like, universe, please infuse me with love and protection today. Please give me messages through people. Please bring the right people to me. Bless me with angelic protection. Help me in my dreams. Give me the harmony. Allow me to see the purity of my own divinity. Allow me to see more of the realms that I want to see. Give me everything that I've dreamed of. I ask you. I pray for your universe. Amen. So that's just, praying or asking and stuff like that. And then, gratitude. You can be like, okay, next one. I'm really grateful for being alive today. I'm really grateful for water, for food, for my family, for the love I get from my unconditional pet dog, from my creative gifts. I love my work colleagues. Thank you for being able to, not struggle, and thank you for all of my struggles in my life, and everything that I've ever been through has made me the greatest version of myself, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for my skin, for my hair, for my age, for my youth, for my mind, for my body, for my bones, for my blood, from my compassion, from my love, from what I'm about to do. I am so grateful for the fact I'm just about to shake this world up, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to get knocked down no more, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for the fire in my belly, for the rainbow lion heart that I've got, for the infinite intelligence, just like a dolphin. I'm so grateful for all of that. I'm grateful for everyone, everything, and every song. See, you can get emotional as well when you do this, because you really tap into the universe, yeah? And then, okay, then you can add this in as well, a bit of, say, thanks and compassion. Okay, so I give out compassion to anyone that's ever hurt me in the world. I give it out. I give them love. I send the world love. I send healing energy around the world, and yeah, and anything that I've been through, I will never break. I will never get knocked down. I'm here for divine reasons. I am doing my role. I have a soul contract that is far greater than anything I can ever think of on the surface level. I'm a spiritual. I'm an infinite spiritual being of love and purity. There's over 97% of the world that I haven't even seen yet. So even feeling that I can imagine the future of my greatness, however far-fetched, my wildest fantasy, my divine destiny, when my wings come and they form and I fly, there are no limits. I will reach the sky. Yeah, just do something like that. Do whatever you want. Just speak it, and then once you spoke it, press stop, and then there's another app. So that was a smart recorder app I used for that, and then there's apps where you can just attach a voice recording to Binaural Beats or music, your favourite music, or anything like that. You can get Binaural Beats. So I mean, first thing in the morning, I normally use not Delta. That's if you want to go to sleep. So you can do this before bed. You can even do one and channel it. And when I do these personalised meditations, I'm really going to zone in, and I'm going to use the 6 steps the universe gave me that I'm going to be talking on TED Talks that I'm manifesting. But I'm going to use that on each personalised meditation to the person specifically. So they'll give me a 1 to 3 minute recording. They'll say, look, Matt, I want this. I want healing in this. I need more motivation in this area. I really want to manifest this. I want to be however far-fetched you want it. I can go in and zone in and channel. I've got a start and a finish, but then the middle 20 minutes I already take you to a paradise where you're floating in pristine waters and it's beautiful, and I'll channel it. And yeah, if you want some any negatives removed, limited self-limiting beliefs, trauma, anything like that removed, you just want to be more confident, you want more passion, you want to manifest your soulmate, man. You want to get a little bit like that, like, oh man, I could do it, right? I could channel, yeah. And I'm going to be doing that, and I'm not going to be charging much, not much at all. And my money, like I said, yeah, 75%, around 70%, 75%. The majority of my book sales is all going to go towards charity anyway. But so what I'm saying is, what saved my life, and what can really help heal many of us is doing that, and then putting binaural beats behind it. So if you're doing it first thing in the morning, which I highly recommend, because that's when we're in the theta brainwave frequency, when we're more aligned to have subconscious subliminal programming, which is what we're doing to ourselves by doing this. And then we attach the binaural beats behind it, and you can, and this app that I've got, you can put, like, I normally put binaural beats music level 11%, voice level 100%, so it doesn't get in the way of my voice, but the binaural beat synchronizes my brain wave frequencies in a harmonious balance, which connects my neurological pathways in a better way. If you use Kelly Howell, then she can actually, you can name it, like create success, anxiety, relieve anxiety, awaken your kundalini. She gives messages in the binaural beats music, and I'm pretty sure you can get that in a file and attach that to your voice. And like, say for instance you've got 33 minutes, right? You've done a voice clip, you save it, and then every morning you just wake up and you're like, bang, listen to yourself, man, and you've channeled it. So and it's you know, protection and you know, manifestation, all sorts of stuff, without me giving away my my little universal tool. Not going to get on TED Talks, and I'm just going to say exactly what it is, exactly what it means, and what it reads, because it's one word. And anyone can do this and stuff like that. But this is just part of my manifestation. And yeah, we're the creators of our dreams, man. Heaven's in our heart. Heaven will be on earth. I might be the universe's bitch, but I did own parts of Just Imagine when I was like, no, universe, let me have this chapter. Let me have it. Let me have it. And then I would, and the universe would step back a bit and be like, go on, boy. And this is what I got told the other day in meditation. The universe just come into me and just went, earn your stripes, boy. And I was just crying, because I cry so much because there's so much spiritual energy, and I'm just like, yeah, man, earn my stripes. Jesus never had to tell anyone he was Jesus. Buddha never had to tell anyone he's Buddha. Thanks for that comment that I got on my post. It really shook me up, because I done a message, and I started saying, oh yeah, the reason why I can you know, channel, you know, the Palladians and the Seven Sisters is because I was in Indigenous community, and you know, I had a skin name, an Indigenous name, and I connected with them spiritually. And oh, look at me, this is why. And it's like, why do that? No one has to explain themselves, and we've all got to live in, and we can all get in front of a camera. And just like when you do the voice clip, you know, you'll be surprised what comes out. You'll be so surprised. And if you get like a Kelly Howell half an hour meditation, you do that, or listen to binaural beats half an hour before, and then you sit down. I just do it every 4 to 6 weeks. I'll change it. And then I'll just sit down and shut my eyes. Sometimes you can have a few notes or keywords, so you don't have to shut your eyes. You can just, whatever, and you'll be surprised what comes out. Your higher self will gift you with what you need. And if we all realise that we're all channelers, we can all connect to the Christ consciousness of Jesus, the love of Him, the equanimity of Buddha, yin yang, peace and harmony, and that loving togetherness is where we're going. It's going to be beautiful to see. We're not the witnesses. We're the movie stars. I really wanted to swear. We're the movie stars, man. And we're just about to rewrite history and say goodbye to all misery. There's going to be no more suffering. There's going to be no more mental health. We can't even imagine it because we're so suppressed. And yeah, so yeah, do that. And then every morning you can make your tea, you can have your shower, you can get the speaker in the shower, you can, while you get ready, you could be putting your makeup on, you could be doing your hair, you could be doing whatever. You could be, you know, walking to work or whatever like that, and you can just listen to your own voice with the binaural beat, so it's balancing and harmonizing you. And you are the creative genius and the God within the physical body of yourself, waiting to burst out. And then, yeah, man. And then get suppressed emotions, boot it out, just be like, see you later. Anything you want, anything you dreamt of, anything you've ever wanted, say it in the voice recording. Now is the time to manifest your dreams and start living your wildest fantasies. Because no matter how wild your fantasy is, no matter how tantric, man, like some of us have got proper tantric fantasies, you know, and we don't speak about it, but why not say it to yourself every day? You know, one day I want to do this, I want to get really frisky with this or that, or you know, I want to be a free spirit, you know, and just like that, or you know, soulmate, twin flame, divine companion, heavenly companion, divine entwinement, anything like that. You can just say whatever you want, get it, ask the universe, you can manifest it, you can get the infusement of protection going through you, you know, all of those things, and you can do it. I do one voice recording, it lasts me 4 to 6 weeks every morning. Mine's an hour and 10 minutes. It's 1 hour 10 minutes 11 seconds, which is 11011, I think. It was mad, and I was like, yep, okay, that's done. I just shut my eyes and then I pressed it, and that was it. And yeah, and every morning I listen to it, and there's parts of it I'm like, oh God, I forgot that. Oh yeah, I did achieve that. Oh yeah, I did do that. Oh my God, I am a fearless warrior. Oh my God, I am a lion. Oh my God, I am a legend. And like, that's what I tell myself every day. You speak it, you get it. You put it out there, the universe comes to us, you know, the universe of ourselves. So anyway, I think that's enough. That's nearly a 50-minute video. And yeah, I could have gone a lot deeper with what's coming, but I just want to spark the imagination. Just remember, there's no limits soon. There's no limits. And sorry, I'm going to get used to this eye thing. It's hard because my head's here, right? And I'm like, you know, I don't want to be like talking from here, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, there's my little Buddha eye, by the way. So that eye I know is connecting to my chakra. This is all for a reason why this is here. These are all for reasons, man. Like, yeah, some of us might have realised that we're getting more aligned with like crystals, or like orgonite pyramids, or we're getting messages through people, like someone just randomly comes up, and we're like, you haven't seen them for years, and they come into your life, and you're like, there's more to this, it's all happening. So many messages coming through people. When someone talks to you, the next conversation you have, say if they're like, oh yeah, you know, how you doing, what you doing, blah, 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 today, and then you react and you say something, think, was there actually divine, like, articulation in their speech to me? Was there actually a hidden message? Because there's so many messages coming in. I can't speak to anyone without getting a message. Like, they don't know it, and then that's also how we create a superhuman mindset. Because right, I think my video's running out. Anyway, peace, love, harmony, tranquility, unity. We've got this, and we're going to manifest heaven on earth. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, much love, peace. Amen.